Hi guys, this is Coinwell and welcome to another series of Bitcoin for beginners. And if you're fairly new to crypto, you might have heard the term hash quite a lot and cryptographic hash function. So let's get a bit more in depth into what this hash is. Hash functions are really important for information security and not just for Bitcoin. A hash function will transform any large amount of data that you put in into a fixed length hash. And the same hash will always result out of the same data. Therefore, if you modify that data just a little bit, then a total different hash will result. Like our computer data, hashes are really large numbers and they're written in the hexadecimal system. One good example of a hash function is relating to the passwords. It's really good for securing passwords. So imagine we go on a website, we register, and then we put in our preferred password. After registration, when we want to log in, we will be asked to type in the password that we thought of. This is where hash functions come into place, because if you don't have the same password you input in the first phase of registration, then you can't log in. So your password is run through this hash system, and if they don't match, the system can't find a match, then you can't log in. But if you type in the right password, that means you result the same hash that the system has, and you're allowed to access your account. So how this applies to Bitcoin? Bitcoin is using a secure hashing algorithm 256, and the hash functions are part of the block hashing algorithm, which is used to write new transactions through the process of mining. And if you guys remember or watch this playlist, Bitcoin for Beginners, you would see that I made a video where I kind of cover what's the mining process and also what's the blockchain. In Bitcoin mining, the input data is actually not yet confirmed transactions, but it also contains some information like timestamp and other info related to the previous block. So let's go on blockchain. I just chose a random block, and here are the hashes. So this is the hash for this current block, and you see it here. It's quite long, weird numbers and characters. This block contains information from the previous block, and it will pass information to the next block as well. So that's how they're very linked. They all have information, or a little bit of information, from the previous and the previous and the previous, ever since the first Bitcoin was discovered, meaning a blockchain, resulting into a blockchain. To successfully discover a block, the miner needs to hash the block's head in such a way that it's less than or equal with the target. And the target must have 18 zeros. And its difficulty changes every 2016 blocks. It's becoming more and more difficult to discover through the process of mining. And miners need more hardware, computational power, and here is where we're going to hear the term proof of work, meaning how difficult it was to discover that specific block. Every miner hurries up to be the first to discover the new block and pass it to the chain and put it in the chain. And then he will get the reward of 12.5 Bitcoin. If they chose to be in a cluster and discover it together, and it's not just one person, then that fixed reward of 12.5 Bitcoin will be divided within the group. And you probably know that lately these blocks haven't been very fast, and I mentioned this before. I think it's all because of that, because of Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin's transactions lately. So let's go on stats, see what is the current situation for unconfirmed transactions. And at this moment there are 47,000 unconfirmed transactions, and let's hope they are going to decrease them. To conclude, the hash functions are really important as they make this whole system impossible to fraud. Because if you try to instead modify find a way to modify the information just by a little bit, then a totally different hash will result. And even if someone succeeds in that, think of all the mining computers that have a different information. That means they will reject this fake block or fake information. And that's why it's such a wanted system, and banks are trying to implement it. I believe in its future. I think it's really accurate, it's really transparent, and is very secure. I would like to share with you 2 articles that I came across. And one is from CoinSutra, and the other one is from CoinDesk. So make sure you check the video's description for these 2 articles. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. So therefore, please like it, subscribe if you haven't done so, and follow me on social media. I'll see you very soon with another crypto video. Bye!